That was an awesome movie.
I know, it was great, but the post-credits took way too long to get to.
I agree. Credits take a really long time, but that's because it takes a lot of people to make a movie.
Yeah. Oh, hey guys. You guys gotta stop sneaking up on us like that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like you guys are always watching us or something.
Yeah. Wait.
Okay, forget it. Have you ever stopped to watch a movie and just think to yourself how many people are involved? How many hands are at work while making the production?
Yeah, and I even bet your friends have made movies too.
Yes, but it doesn't always have to be like that. You don't need a ton of people to make a movie.
Yeah, but then how many people do you need?
That's a good question. But really, you just need you. You have a smartphone and yourself, well, you can start making movies right away.
What if you want your friends to help? What jobs do they need?
Well, that's for us to figure out on today's episode. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Light, camera, action, film, labs, the labs,
Fog labs. Camera.
gotcha.
I'm introducing Anna!
Where's Anna?
Lights.
Introducing
Mitch! Say what again?
lights,
Camera.
action,
Film. Labs.
laboratorium.
It doesn't matter. It's in the past.
And that's a wrap, everybody.
Like I was saying before, you can make a movie with one person in just a few minutes. But would you believe me if I told you that most blockbuster hits, they take years to plan, and thousands of people spend months making them?
Wow, that's a really long time to make a movie.
It is a really long time. And in fact, let's take a closer look at all the things that are involved in a production.
labs.
Every production starts with an idea. Once you have the idea, you gotta put it into a screenplay or a script. When you finish your script, you gotta get it into the hands of a producer. Once the producer comes across this idea, they can start putting together all the elements to get that movie made. This can include securing the money for the movie. They may also choose the cast and crew who will be making the movie. Next, a director will be appointed. The director is the person largely responsible for turning that story into a film. Most movies have many other people involved. They require actors, film crews, lighting and sound experts, makeup and costume professionals, stunt people, and even extras. They also need editors and a wide variety of other people. Everyone works together to make the film from beginning to end.
The labs.
That was a ton of information, but that's only just a few. In order to know more about a production, we're gonna have to call the professionals. And lucky for us, I know just who to call. His name is Scott Westby, and he is a master filmmaker. Should we give him a call?
Let's do it.
Hey Film Labs, how's it going? Great to see you guys. Well, I'm not on set today, but that means I've got a little bit of time to chat with you about what all the different roles on a movie set are. I'll never forget the first time I walked onto a movie set. It was in this parking garage and it was really dark and there were a bunch of people just standing there, doing nothing. One guy was just holding this cable, just holding it. And I thought, wow, I really love making movies with my friends, but I don't really understand what a film set is or how it operates. And as I learned more and more, I realized, looking back at that experience, that all those people just standing around doing nothing were doing that because the camera was rolling. And when the camera's rolling, you don't want to move, you don't want to make any noise because you could ruin the shot. So when someone calls quiet on set, that is what a set looks like. And that guy holding the cable, it's actually a really important job. There's a lot of really big and really expensive film equipment, and some of it has these huge cables attached to it. And when that equipment moves, someone needs to be there to make sure that those cables don't cause a safety hazard. That guy's called a cable wrangler, and I've actually done that job since then. It was actually kind of fun. So a film set can seem kind of weird and disorganized at first. It's almost like looking at the inside of a clock. There's all these moving pieces. You're not really sure what they're all doing, but they're working in concert to, create something that is functioning. And once you start to understand all the different roles and the people in those roles and what they're doing, you can start to see how they're all working together to make the clock tick or the movie come together. So it's kind of like organized chaos. So the first thing that you should know about a film set is that no two sets are the same, because no two movies are the same. So you might have a movie set that literally has just 3 people working on it. That's totally fine. And you might have another set that has thousands, and I mean actually thousands of people working on it on set. So imagine that you're shooting a gunfight scene with explosions at the top of a mountain in February, in the middle of winter. That film set is going to look a lot different from a music video in a basement. That action scene, you're going to need pyrotechnicians, you're going to need armorers, you're going to need helicopter pilots, you're going to need climbers, a lot more camera people, a lot more locations people who are setting up tents, making sure everyone's staying warm. It's going to take a lot more coordination. There's just more people that need to be involved in that production. But if it's a music video in a basement, you really might only need a camera person and the band. So the way I like to think of film sets is to kind of look at them as 2 different parts. There's the one part that we're probably all familiar with, that we all imagine when we think about making movies, and that is the actual making of the movie itself. So that's, the people running the camera, holding the microphones, it's the actors, it's the director, the makeup artists, the stunt people, hair and wardrobe, and all the people that you actually, when you look on screen, it's their work that you're seeing. But then there's the other side of making movies, which is just as important, and that's all the people that are supporting the making of that movie. And so that's assistant directors who are making sure that everything runs on time. It's locations people who are making sure that the environment that we're operating in is safe and organized and clean. There are production accountants. There are casting people. There are transportation people who make sure that everyone is where they need to be when they need to be there. And what every person's job is has been carefully defined and honed over 100 years of humans making movies. We figured out all the work that needs to go into making a movie and how to divide that work up in ways that are most efficient and most organized and keeps everyone on the same page. But when you're first starting out, chances are you will not have hundreds of people to help you make your movie. But all that work still needs to get done. You might only have yourself and a couple of friends, but you'll all need to pitch in to make sure that everyone is where they need to be at the same time. Someone's running the camera, someone is acting. And so what will probably happen on your first few movies, whether they're short films or whatever, is that you'll be wearing a ton of different hats, maybe even all of the different hats. It really depends on what your first projects are going to look like. When I made my first feature, I had just graduated high school, and it was me and maybe 6 friends making this fantasy movie out in the woods on one of my friend's property. And we all took turns doing all the different things. We were all acting in it. We had people applying their own makeup. We took turns operating the camera depending on who was acting and who wasn't. I made all the costumes with my mom. So, it just depends on what kind of movie you're making, but you will definitely be doing all sorts of different jobs. And that's actually a really good thing. And the reason that's a good thing is because that's going to expose you to all of the different jobs that go into making a movie. And so if you're at the point right now where you're thinking, I think I might want to be a filmmaker, just stop for a second and ask yourself, what does that mean to you? Do you have a specific job in mind that you want to do? For a lot of people, maybe you want to be a director. Maybe you want to operate a camera. The guy holding the cable, that guy's a filmmaker. A composer who writes the score for a movie, that person is a filmmaker. So maybe think about all the different things that go into making a movie and ask yourself if there's a specific one that is really calling out to you right now. So you might think you know the answer, but you would be really surprised at how many people get started in this industry thinking they want to do one thing, but then end up doing something completely different. They fall in love with something that they had no idea they wanted to do. And so my advice when you're just starting out is to try as many of these different jobs as you can. I think you'll be surprised at what you fall in love with. For me, I came into this industry knowing that I wanted to be a director. And so when I made a feature film a couple of years ago, that was what I did. I was focused on just directing that movie, and everybody else on set was focused on just doing what they were supposed to be doing. But what happened to me, on my kind of journey to becoming a director was that I fell in love with so many more other jobs that go into making a movie. I love running cameras. I love lighting scenes. I love editing. That's what I'm doing today. I'm directing a documentary right now, and when we're on set, I'm directing it. I'm conducting all the interviews. I'm asking people to do things again. I'm running the camera. I'm literally holding the camera and pressing record and shooting it. I'm running all the microphones. I'm putting microphones on people and making sure I've got all the sound that I need. And then here I am in post-production. I'll be editing it. I will be color grading it. I'll be doing all the sound posting, adding the music and stuff like that. I love the variety in all those different jobs. And so that's the kind of filmmaker that I love being. My point is that you can make your career in the film industry look however you want it to look. You can be a generalist or a specialist. There's really no right or wrong answer. It's completely up to you. Now, of course, it will take you years to learn all the skills and have all the experience that you need to become a professional in any of these jobs, but you don't need anyone's permission to do it. There's no knighting ceremony. Nobody says you're a filmmaker now. You don't need to go to film school if you don't want to. The only thing that makes you a filmmaker is if you make films. The last thing I want to leave you with is this. There are a ton of filmmakers in this industry, some of whom you've met through film labs, who really want to help new filmmakers get started. If they're doing a job that you want to do, reach out to them. Find them online, find a social media profile or an email address, and reach out and say, hey, I've got a bunch of questions about your job. Can I ask you? And you'll be surprised at how many people say yes. And not only that, how many are excited to help you, because I'm one of those people. I would love to help answer your questions and get you on the right path when you start your career. Apart from some research and a little bit of bravery in reaching out to someone that you don't know, there's really nothing in your way. Anyway, that's enough from me. Mitch and Anna, I'm gonna turn it over to you. Why don't you show us what a film set actually looks like?
Wow, he was a really cool guy.
He is awesome. That's why I gave him a call. I knew he'd be able to answer all our questions about a production. But there's still learning to do. And the best way to learn, well, I think we go visit a film set ourselves.
Don't worry, I got this.
Anna, you don't even know how to drive.
Film labs.
The hostage, scene 2, take 6. And action.
Oh, hey guys, great craft services. So, this here, it's the talent. The talent is the person who spends most of the time in front of the screen. They're the one playing the character.
Who is she?
Anyway, moving on. This is the director of photography. He's the one that films all the movies. Without him, no movies would be made. He has a big job. And this is the boom operator. He captures all the sound for the film. Yum.
Hey.
This is the grip. He's the one in charge of the lighting, electrical, and the instruments. The DOP tells him what to do.
Excuse me, you can't be.
This is the director. He's the mastermind. He's the one who brings the scripts to life. He also tells the crew and the actors what to do. And this is the producer. She's in charge of making the film and providing the money.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to leave.
Okay, I'm going.
Laboratorium.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh, hey. Where were you?
I was at a film set, remember?
Yeah, but you left without me?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Maybe next time.
Well, I hope you had fun, and I hope you guys had fun too. I also hope that you learned all the different roles, like the director of photography, the director, talent, even the grip.
Yep, also, they had great craft services.
I love craft services. Well, thanks for joining us on this episode of the Film Labs. Again, my name's Mitch.
My name's Anna, and we're the Film Labs.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is so sick.
This is a photography. No.
Okay, and
Wait, what is it? What is it?
Director.
Director. Okay. This is the directory of and the instruments. And the DOP tells them what to do. Every film. Nope.
Dollars and pounds. The Elder movie. What do I say for years there, Rich? Months, maybe. Yeah, that's what. Okay, ready, babe?
Hey, I'm back.
Oh, hey. Where? Okay, let's try that again.
She's like,
Yeah, too many berries. Yeah, too many berries.
yeah. Wait.
Okay, that's so creepy. Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Just like,
They just both come in. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, they just both came in. at
They're
the
just
same
like-
time.
This is what it's like the whole time.
I know.
It's like,
Yeah. Okay, ready? Stop it. Okay. 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 Relax. I gotta get in.
I'm trying.
It's hot in here. Okay, ready?
Don't laugh.
Alright, I'm in it now. So, like I was saying before, alright, I'm losing it. Don't look at my button or something. Don't look at me. Okay, ready? Yeah. We're too tired. Still make eye contact. I'm not looking. I gotta look. Someone look at a box and someone look at a bow tie. Yeah, look at my bow tie. Okay, ready? So, like, I can't. We need to, like, okay. We gotta do this. We gotta zen out.
Hey, you're the one laughing at me.
I'm not looking at you this way. Okay, ready?
Yeah, you're just gonna be like, so,
Yeah.
today.
Okay, ready? So, you good? So, like I was saying before, you don't look at me, okay? Just look at the camera. I can see you. Okay. Quick. Okay. Oh. Okay. So, like I was saying before, okay. Good. So, like I was saying before, you could make a movie with just a few people and